It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno's.
That was Pizza Hut product placement, Thomas.
Mm-hmm. That shark.
No one
That's
rehydrates a pizza like you, Mom.
That made me sad, all the things that didn't happen in 2015, and they're still not around in 2025. Where is our hoverboard that I wouldn't even get on now because I'd be like, I'm not getting on that.
You would break 3 hips somehow if you got on one of those
Yeah,
hoverboards.
I know.
The first thing you do is ride it over water.
That's cool, though.
Steak. It wouldn't work.
It doesn't work.
All right.
McFly.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tom Vasil.
I'm Zee Garcia.
I'm Chris Yee.
Yeah, welcome to Top 10 Games from 10 years ago, 2015, which is weird to think that that was 10 years ago.
10 years ago. It's the future. It's properly the future now.
Yeah, so we want to say thank you to some of our sponsors.
Well, first off, we've got Board Game Bliss. So they are a fantastic online retailer. So if you want to, if you want to pick up some of the games, in fact, some of the games that we're talking about here, I'm going to assume a lot of these are evergreens. You could probably still find them readily online.
Yeah, there's some winners for sure.
Yep. So yeah, boardgamebliss.com. You can go check out their web store there.
And then if you need somewhere to play on, go check out Grip Mats. Grip Mats makes play mats that you can optionally add a grippy surface to, so your cards and your tiles don't go slipping and sliding everywhere. You can get generic ones to play anything on, or you can get some that are game specific. So check out Grip Mats.
Hey, and then finally, I want to say thank you to some of our backers from GameFound. We want to say thank you to Chrissy Stern.
I know her.
To Marcus of Denmark.
Know him.
To Rod Phelps.
Oh, gosh.
To Joe Octopuppet Porcella. To Gary Gegenheimer. Gegenheimer. To Ben and Finley Stein. To Doopy Games.
Doopy Games.
Marcus Brisman. Keith the Cat. And the Sheep River Hook Board Game Club from Iceland.
The Sheep River Hook Killer?
No, just the Sheep River Hook.
Tell me that doesn't sound like a real murderer.
Oh,
the Sheep River Hook Killer.
I could see that.
Oh, my God.
And also Keith the Cat Killer.
Keith the Cat was an accomplice.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can all agree with that.
All right, folks. Well, today we're talking about games from 10 years ago. We do this once a year.
You can figure it out, buddy.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the PowerPoint in there.
Hit some buttons. Go ahead, keep talking.
Oh, okay. Well, while Joey hits buttons,
doing great.
We're going to talk about our top 10 games from 10 years ago.
Yes,
we do this once a year, taking a look back. And my list has dramatically changed, like I said earlier.
You said so. You said you went back and checked, what, top 10 of the year that year?
Yeah, did you check yours?
I did not. I don't know if I have a top 10 of the year that year, to be fair. I should.
We were recording them at that point.
Yeah,
it was a list I did with you and Sam.
Whom?
It's who?
That's not it.
Is it whom? I think it's who.
From whom?
From whom would work.
That's correct.
That would be right.
Anyway, this was a year of games. There's a lot of big, giant games that came out this year. One that will not be on any of our lists, I think, it will be Kingdom Death Monster.
That's right. That's
that came out this year.
Showstopper right there.
Okay,
Sure, still going strong at conventions. They have a giant booth at Gen Con every year still.
Yeah, right now you just lost a bunch of the viewers. So, it's not on Tom's list. Done. We're signing off.
There's stuff going on.
This is good.
Go up there to the top and click on the minus sign.
There we go. Okay.
Up there. Up the other one.
This one?
Yes.
You're an animal.
I did it.
Okay. Anyway, one thing I noticed when I did this list is that when we do lists years later, we go by the date on BoardGameGeek.com. BoardGameGeek.com is when games come out. While the year isn't happening, there are games that I'll be like, well, that's definitely a 2025 game. Yes, technically it came out the last week of 24 or 20,
Sure.
I guess so, yeah. That might throw things off. Did it throw things off for you?
It threw one off my list, which was Roll for the Galaxy. Roll for the Galaxy definitely came out, I think, in 2014 at the very end of the year, so I just included it as a 2025. I didn't have time to play it in 2014. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
It came out
in like December, yeah.
But I'm not including that now because in a look back, I'm just going by years.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's a great one. I didn't include any expansions, but there is one expansion that would honestly take a part on my list.
Wow. What is it?
It's the Ticket to Ride Pennsylvania UK expansion.
Oh, that's right. That just came up in my look back. Yeah, it's hard to believe that is 10 years old.
I think it's my favorite way to play that whole game series. Well, Legacy was also fantastic, but like in terms of a steady standalone map, Pennsylvania I think is the most fun, and paired with UK, it's great. That alone would have made my list, but I'd focus on 10
It's
games.
an expansion. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Cool.
At the end of this video, we will, when we're done recording this video, we'll put up a little video on Patreon telling you games that almost made the list, and I'll also talk about some, well, maybe they'll come up on other people's lists, why they didn't make my list. But there will be more to talk about there. But let's get into the meat, starting with number 10.
All right, number 10 for me is one that I did not play up until I think a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
So it's fun because a lot of these are games that have been around, and maybe I was playing games in 2015, but still I was newer to like being deep in the hobby, so to speak. This is one of those games that for sure was like going back. It's currently called Seas of Strife. This was originally printed as Texas Showdown.
Yeah.
This is
this came out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I also just played this a year ago.
Oh, really? You hadn't played before either.
I played Seas of Strife.
Okay, yeah. So this is the Seas of Strife review clip that you did. This is a wild, kind of mean trick-taking game. It's really great. The cards are numbered like 1 through 112, 120. Like it's a wide deck, but also like cards 1 through 40 are one suit. 41 through 60 are a different suit. I am not getting the numbers close to correct.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
Somebody's angrily typing right now. Don't worry about it. Delete.
It's one of those that has a flexible, like, what suit wins, whichever one's represented the most out there. So you have a lot of opportunities to kind of stick people with tricks they weren't trying to win. Mm-hmm. It's a fantastic large group one. It's a fantastic, like, raucous instead of, like, thinky. You know, it's not a refined game. It's kind of like a party, yell at each other kind of trick-taking game.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I wish that the Texas Showdown theme had been used the second time they printed, because I do like that better.
Yeah, the Seas of Strife theme is not particularly engaging.
It's not great.
Also, where's the strife?
I don't know. It looks so pleasant on that cover, doesn't it? Like, there's not a cloud in the sky. The waves are gorgeous. But they do have slightly better rules in the Seas of Strife printing, so I guess you take what you can get.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but that Texas Showdown, it's more rootin' tootin' kind of a thing.
Yeah, right. Which is the game's feel a little bit.
Yeah, if you want to go with the ocean theme, make it like Lifeboat, kind of something like that, something more raucous. But anyway, I think this is a great
cool
game.
Pick.
That's good. All right, my number 10 is a game that when it came out was often maligned, actually. And I think it was due to, I want to say maybe an early rule book was not great, or they like put out online a rule book that wasn't done, something. It got really pretty bad word of mouth originally. But I always enjoyed the game, and it's one that has grown on me over the years. It's a game called The Big Book of Madness from Yellow. And this is a cooperative game from a somewhat better designed, a better known designer now. This is Maxime Rambourg, I think is his name.
This is one of his first games, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be the first game. And he's now put out, several of the things. He's now worked with some of the other French designers. They do that a lot. But this is a solo design from him, or he designed it alone, I should say. It is a game in which you open up you're in magic school, think, Harry Potter type setting. You open up this evil book, and then you got to shove all the monsters that jumped out of it back in there by building your decks. It's a deck building game. You're going to be buying various cards, triggering spells, getting things under control, and trying to win the whole shebang. It's fun. It's interesting. There's a lot of neat stuff going on. Some nice leveling up, some nice cooperation as you make cards you have available to the other players by putting them in an area in front of you where they can take them from there. I enjoy it. I think it's a good-looking game. It's neat. And if you want something that is cooperative and deck building-y and not too heady, this is a good one for that. There's not a lot of rules overhead in this game. So, yeah, Big Book of Madness, my number 10.
All right, my number 10 is one of the few games that has a sequel that starts with a different letter. In the sense of, I call this game the wrong name all the time. I call it Marco Polo, but technically it's The Voyages of Marco Polo.
And what's the second one called? Marco
Polo 2.
Oh,
It's so confusing.
Also,
But if
you look at that
it
cover.
up, right, it just says Marco Polo. That's what everyone called it.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
But if you look it up on the internet, I'm like, it's Voyages of Marco Polo. Spoiler for our top 10 games with V in the title. I really do like this game. I think I like Marco Polo 2 a little better, but since the games are interchangeable, especially the powers, I like the powers of Marco Polo. This game kind of blew my mind the first time I played it, where it's a game in which you roll dice and then you use those dice to claim different spots. And one character says, set your dice to whatever numbers you want. Like, that's completely overpowered. But every power feels that way. And that's a different change. It's one of the first games that said, let's not do a minor change in the power. Let's do one that feels like it breaks the game.
Right. Oh, for you, yellow dice are plus or minus 1. No. For you, just choose your dice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
the first time I read that, I was like, no way. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
I do love that, like every power being broken and it works. That's fun.
It must be hard to balance. And it is actually a pretty tight game. I mean, money and resources are tough, but I think that those superpowers distract me from that.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I
You
like
don't-
dice placement. Right, I don't normally like
Yeah.
games that are this tight, but I think this one is very enjoyable, even though now that I'm looking at that cover, holy cow, that's yellow. Orange.
It's not a looker. Looking at the footage, looking at this cover, yeah, I don't think I would go for this one without knowing anything about it.
In my mind, it doesn't. It's like that. This game's not 10 years old, and I see that cover kind of objectively with fresh eyes, and I go, that game's about 10 years old.
Yeah, don't worry, I got some good covers coming. Hang on.
My number 9 is a game that gets compared often to Carcassonne. Really, it shouldn't be. This is The Isle of Skye. Technically, The Isle of Skye from Chieftain to King, if you look up the full title.
Right, I've started the trend. Full titles are nothing.
Right. And so this one, yeah, it's a tile laying game, and there's like different edges and there's roads, right? I understand like the immediate, like, oh, this must be like Carcassonne. It is not. If you go into it with that expectation, you're going to have a bad time, because this is really a market price setting kind of an auction type of a game. I really like that price setting mechanism. If you don't like that, if you don't like looking at your little array of tiles, and
He does not like it.
yeah, every time I feel like every time I mention this game in a top 10 list, Zee's in it.
That's true, actually.
sorry,
yeah,
man.
that's true. I don't know why I don't like that. The what's the other one? The
Mad King
King
Ludwig does
Ludwig.
it.
I'm like, nah. It's just,
It's a good thing you don't want to be like a store owner, then, because this
Yeah.
would be your life.
yeah, sure, I guess so. Yeah, setting prices and being wrong all the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, it just feels like you're gonna be punished by, like somebody else swoops in and goes, "Woo, 7? Don't mind if I do." I'm like, oh, I guess I messed that up.
Yeah. Oh, but at the same time, you're like, but I wouldn't have wanted to pay 7 for it if no one else
Yeah.
did. So, but yeah, it has a fun give and take, and then you do the very simple line up tiles, right? Like that part of the game is simpler.
I wish the
so that
lineup was more interesting. To me, it's not as exciting as Carcassonne.
I think that's by design, so that you can focus
Yeah.
more on the market part of it.
Yeah.
And that's why I like this game a lot.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, there you
No,
go.
it's
My
one
number
that's
9.
still popular, actually.
Yeah.
All right, my number 9 is another cooperative game, actually, with a really cool theme. This is Dead Men Tell No Tales, in which you are. Look at that awesome cover. That's
that
a
cover.
cover. That's no Marco Polo 2.
Has this been reprinted yet? I know they announced it. Has it happened?
I think Renegade did a square box version of it.
Yeah, it's been out a couple of times. Same look, though.
Yeah.
In this one, you are pirates. You are on a dinghy boarding this bigger ship that you are trying to plunder because that sucker's burning and you want to steal things. And you get on there and you start wandering from room to room. It's a tile reveal game, so there is exploration in it. You're revealing tiles as you move around. You will run into skeletons. Surprise, there's undead on aboard this burning ship. So you're dealing with the undead pirates. You're dealing with the flames, and they intensify, and rooms explode like barrels get too hot and explode. you are dealing with the difficulty of finding the loot and then carrying out when you're holding it. Suddenly your stats like way dip, and you really feel the difficulty of going outside the ship and unloading. The whole thing has a really neat bunch of mechanisms that come together. There's a little pandemic in it. There's a little fire rescue. What's that game called?
Do you like cooperative games? Do you like all of them?
Yeah.
Then you only need to buy one. This one.
Kind of has that feel, yeah. So I really do enjoy it. It's a good one. That is Dead Men Tell No Tales.
It's one I've wanted to play for years. I just keep missing it somehow. And then I see that cover again, and I think, why have I not played this? It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, my number 9 is, what was it up there? That's number 8, I think. Actually, I don't know what number that is because I accidentally ripped it off. Well, I guess I'll figure it out later. My number 9 was not on the list last time, but it is a kids game.
Okay.
And I very rarely put kids games on my list because...
You're not a kid.
Yeah, I know. But this one played so well over the years, and it's worked with all my kids, and even adults will play it sometimes as a fun party-esque game. But this is Dr. Eureka. And
wow.
Oh,
I think this is one of the best kids games ever made, frankly. But it's also just a fun puzzle game. You'll get a card that shows you how these balls should be in the test tubes, and then you pour them from one to another until you figure it out. In fact, this is popular enough that this exact puzzle will show up sometimes as an ad in your Facebook for an app.
It's an ad, yeah, sort of like every other app is this. You know, it's gems or this.
Yeah. Right, yeah. And somehow the liquids in the test tubes never mix.
Oh, they always show you unsolvable things on those apps, which I believe should be whoever's in charge of advertising, whatever that organization's called, should crack down on that. The FCAA or
FCC.
FCC. FCC should crack down. If you show an app like draw 4 lines and split these things, and it's not possible, false advertising. If you show me part of the game that's like in 1% of the game, you know what? I'm just if you do an ad,
or
on
if
Facebook,
you show me an ad in which the person's clearly a moron who's working it just to get me to click and be like, it should have been right there.
Oh my God!
That should crack down on that, FBI.
And the recent trend is the ads of people yelling at the ad for looking phony, but it's still just an ad for that same game.
I know.
The best is like, you know that one ad that about the thing that's fake? Somebody actually made it. Look, I'm like, oh, this is so stupid.
I will not play those games.
The guy who's got a TV turned vertical, and he pretends to be swiping on it. I'm like, you're not touching that TV. That TV does not have that capability. You are lying to me right now. It's the worst.
Anyway, this game, Tom.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Great game. I enjoyed it.
My number 8 is one that, Tom, I'm not going to say that you yell at me every time, but you tell me that I could do better every time I bring up this game. My number 8 is a game called Risk Star Wars Edition.
No, I mean, it's different if this is one of your favorite from the years. It's just that if you say this is the best Star Wars game, I'm going to argue with you.
That's pretty high up there for me.
Have you played Queen's Gambit?
I've not.
I keep telling you to play it.
This is what I'm talking about. No, I want to play it. It's available. It's right over there, but I still haven't gotten around to it. But I love this game still, and I play this. Yeah, I still play this with a lot of joy in my heart because Return of the Jedi is it's my favorite of the original trilogy. This is that movie.
My favorite Star Wars movie, period.
I like Rogue One. I think
come on,
Rogue
Rogue One.
I love Return of the Jedi.
Also,
when Luke is on that diving board, that's one of the best moments in cinema. Done.
When the guy goes,
yeah, above the Sarlacc pit. You can't admit it wasn't a diving board they repurposed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Of course, yeah.
He's there, and then R2 shoots at the lightsaber, and realizes, such good
It's
scene.
good.
Jumps
It's good.
off, grabs
That's
his
my
hands.
favorite scene in the movie.
My favorite scene is the huge epic space battle at the end.
That's pretty good, too.
Yeah, I just seeing B-wings and A-wings and stuff. Like the fact that this is a Hasbro. Yeah, it's a Hasbro Risk game.
Right.
But it's also a pretty good thematic Star Wars head-to-head dueling battle game. It's really impressive. I like this one a lot. Card-driven. It really is just Risk in name only.
It really bothers me that they named it that for, like, it's in our library and almost never gets checked out.
Sure.
Because you go look at all the Star Wars games, you see Star Wars Risk, and you're like, or...
Right. They just did Battle of Hoth. Like, if they had just called this Battle of Endor, I bet people would be like, oh, cool. A fun dice-chucking Star Wars Battle of Endor game, you know? Anyway, I love this one a lot. That's my number 8.
Nice. All right, my number 8 is a second edition of a game, and this is not the last time we're going to see follow-up editions of games from this year. This is Mission Red Planet, second edition.
Oh, I didn't include this because it technically came out earlier than this.
Like the first edition? Or
Yeah, the first edition.
Oh, well, this one's different.
Not that different.
It has the moon,
That's it.
and some of the cards are different.
Okay.
And the little plastic guys, they
You're
look
right.
different.
It's different.
And then that. I think second and third edition are really the same. Like the new one, I think it just got reprinted.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
And those are the same. They look nothing alike, and there's new production or whatever, but they're the same game. 1 to 2, they changed a few things. Enough that I was like, all right, yeah.
The moon really did make a difference. I liked it.
The moon's different. You get to send guys out to the moon, and they can sort of they can drop onto the planet anywhere you want to. Anyway, the game is a game in which you are simultaneously picking a character, and then when that character comes up in turn order, you get to deploy your little dudes to ships leaving for Mars. And it's an area control game. But if you wait too long with the really powerful characters, by the time your number's up, there might be no ships left on the ground. Or somebody blows your ship up in midair. Or they change the where the ship is going, and you suddenly end up in Alabama, and you're like, hold on, I was going to the moon. Or Mars. So there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of, it's from Bruno Fedudi and Bruno Catala, so you can expect some of that. But the game is really short and punchy. It's like a 35, 45-minute game. And the return of fun, silliness, wrestling back and forth for control of various things is a good reward for the time invested. So I really enjoy it. I think it's a good one. And, just a winner. If you can get it, give it a try. My number 8.
All right, my number 8 is an economic game.
Are you sure about this, or did you rip that number off?
No, I just ripped off his top corner. Okay, then I rewrote a couple things. I know it's disgusting. My number 8, it really bothers me too. I don't want to turn over and look at the paper. They could make those perforations a little stronger. Okay.
You're too strong man.
Anyhow, where was that? Stockpile. Stockpile is my number 8. This is a really solid, fun stock market game, and I think you might like it even if you don't like stock market games, although I'm saying might because, if you don't like anything about the stock market games. But this one is less number crunchy and more ha-ha because everyone knows how one of the stocks are going to move. Mm-hmm. But you are the only person who knows that. So when you buy stock, I'm like, does he know something? I don't know. And I'll buy it. And I just find that to be fun. It's especially fun if you play on the alternate side of the board where the stocks are even more crazy in values.
Oh, this one splits way easier. This one could get huge, but also tanks really fast.
Right.
That's good.
And it keeps going. It's not one of those games where you buy the stock and you're like, hopefully by the end of the game this will be worth something. It's going to probably be worth something really quickly, and you're buying and selling and going back and forth. This is the game that put Nauvoo games on the map, really, and I like it a lot. So it's my number 8.
That's a good one, yeah.
My number 7 is already a little bit of a crossover. I was going to try to do like a wiggity, like crickety.
Here we get.
No, it is with you.
Stockpile?
No, that's a good one. That's a very
Marco
good
Polo.
One. Voyage Marco Polo.
I thought this would be higher in your list, actually.
No, well, I mean, 7's pretty dang high, honestly. But yeah, this is. I don't know. When you're talking about this, I was thinking there's not been a lot of dice placement games that have come out recently. I feel like that. I don't know.
It's still one of my favorite things in the world, dice placement. I really like it.
It's a great mechanism. I love worker placement, and then having just a little bit of that variability. How do you deal with the hand that you're given? I mean, I love being able to expand around this map and opening up new spots to yourself. Those spots are a race. The basic spots that are always available are erased because if other people go underneath you, then you have to pay more to go onto those same spots. It is a really tight game, but also it gives you enough. And once you start expanding out, especially in different directions from other players, I think that's where it kind of gives you enough to make up for how tight it is.
I think any game that has like cool special powers can be that tight and sort of cutthroat, because you'll still feel like those moments of being like awesome.
Yeah,
If it doesn't give you that, it just feels like I'm drowning.
Yeah, it avoids that. That's a good way to put it.
This game put these designers on the map. I didn't know them before this, really. Luciani and
Ticini, yeah.
Ticini,
They're everywhere now, man.
They're like running board games.
Yeah.
But this was the game you're like, wow, this is kind of a cool, different thing.
Yeah, when these two combo up together, that's one of my favorite design pairs. And,
I agree.
This is evidence of that. Yeah, Marco Polo.
All right, my number 7 is on this list somewhere. There it is. Okay, my number 7 is a weird little game that I don't think they made a whole lot of copies of, but it is a game called It's Mine. You probably won't recognize the cover. This is the game that became Caper.
Joey, go back to the cover. I want to look at the...
Go back to the cover, Joey.
Is that old Hitler at the top?
No. He was dead by then.
You never got it.
Okay, I'm just asking. And that's that Freud down in the bottom?
No.
Okay.
That's Hitler.
It looks more like Orson Welles.
Yeah, you're right.
It does.
Orson Welles. Sorry.
Look like Orson Welles. Anyways, it's a 2-player kind of tug-of-war style game in which you are recruiting ne'er-do-wells and sending them out to different locations, trying to steal stuff. Like I said, this is the game that became Caper and then Caper Europe from Keymaster.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And so this is my review of it way back in the day. And it's a fantastic game. It's really neat. Now, yes, Caper got it. They cleaned it up. They made the game better. Caper Europe did it even more.
Zee gave Caper Europe a 10, I remember.
Yeah, this is very high as well, actually. But, yeah, it's really fantastic. It's a neat little game. I kind of debated putting it on the list because I think it's incredibly hard to find. I doubt there's a lot of copies of this floating around out there. It's from a small Spanish publisher, I think. But really good. You know, incredible artwork. I really like that look. The game is so engaging and interesting. Even back then, I remember thinking, oh, this kind of has like a Seven Wonders duel thing. This like back and forth, you know, what do I give you? It's you have a hand of cards. You take a thing and draft it, keep it, and then give your hand to your opponent. They, you know, you get theirs. You got to be careful what you give them and what you keep. So really neat stuff.
Is this just 2-player?
Yep. Just 2 players.
That's funny because Caper was up to 4, and then Caper Europe went back to just 2, right?
Yeah, they did some like there's a weird 3-player mode, there's a weird 4-player mode, and they were just sort of like, you know, stretching a little bit. But yeah, it's best of 2. It's the way it was meant to be.
I think I like the name It's Mine better than Caper. It's just funny, and it's like, it's mine.
Yeah.
What about Caper Europe?
This was more...
That's a better name.
Caper Europe, I'm still waiting on like Caper something else. Right?
Caper Phobos.
Who made Caper Europe? What's the company?
Keymaster.
Keymaster?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway, yeah, this was very tongue-in-cheek and fun and funny, so the title did fit.
Nice.
My number 7 was number 1 in 2015. And if you watched our initial review of it, and I think people should, to see that I was easily the person most enthusiastic about this game, and the other 2 guys were way cooler on it than I was. You and Sam. But then Sam, over the next few years, sucked all my enjoyment out of this game.
Yeah.
Made it from 1 to 7. And that's Blood Rage.
Oh, wow. Okay, got it.
Not really. Blood Rage is still a very, very good game. I don't love it as much as I used to because there's a lot of other games that kind of fill my category of this, and over the years I kind of pick games like Kemet and stuff better. And it also, wink wink, is not the last Viking game on my list today. This was the year of Vikings. Sam, I don't know how Sam survived this year. But yeah, I'm telling you, we reviewed this and Sam was like, it's pretty good. And I was like, no, it's great. Something happened.
That's interesting, really.
Yes.
Sometimes games
That's
are
happened
slow
to me,
burn.
to be fair. I kind of had a similar experience with
Death May Die.
Death May Die and Marvel United, were both kind of reviews
Yeah,
like that
that
for me,
happens,
where I was
right?
like, it's good. It needs a little more oomph.
Then they gave them
And
more.
then there was more, and it kept growing. So, yeah, no, I get it. Sam's a poser.
I'm not kidding. I think we get a comment once every 4 months on your initial review of Death May Die, of Cthulhu Death May Die, and people are like, it's weird that Z was so lukewarm about it. Now
Yeah.
it's like one of his favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens.
These things happen. They're rare, but they do happen.
But I really do like this game. This put Eric Lang on the map for sure. I mean, he had made other games before this, but this catapulted him almost to superstardom, and also put Seamon in that same category. This was the game that people were like, holy moly.
I agree.
It really did well. It was fun. It let you kind of do a dudes on the map, but also control giant monsters.
It was also one of those early games that mixed clashing, American style punching in the face with like, it's like a Euro style game with drafting and points. You know what I mean? It was one of those crossover games. It began some of that crossover category.
Yeah, so I'm curious, very curious about the second version of this when that comes out, I guess next year, Blood Rage 2. But still, a very fine game, Blood Rage.
So we've talked about dice placement, dice worker placement games. One of my other favorite mechanisms with dice is dice drafting.
Close.
Yeah. Roll and move,
roll
we'll
and
see
move.
its day. Yeah. No, but dice drafting, and one of my favorite games that does this is Grand Austria Hotel. This is another
Question.
Yes.
Is this with the expansion? Because that's what everyone always says when I talk about it.
Oh my gosh, no, I've never played the expansion. I want to play the stinking expansion.
Everyone says this expansion's
The expansion
amazing.
actually fixes the game, Chris. So
No joke, people say that.
you've
really.
never played Grand Austria Hotel if you've not played with the expansion.
My one biggest complaint that could be solved in the expansion would be that the disc that you use to track your money in this game is bigger than the spaces of the money track.
Yeah.
So if they made the cube the expansion, I would buy that.
Oh, that would be good.
Hey, I have something I can tell you. I might have that expansion.
Do not blow his mind. Tom has extras of that expansion everywhere.
Thousands of them. I'm good.
But no, this is a great dice drafting game, and the theme of running a hotel, getting customers in, feeding their faces full of cake and strudel, and then sending them up to the room to live the rest of their lives. Apparently, you check in, but you never check out.
That's true.
Love that.
Also,
Okay.
the guy comes with the receipt for your meal. He's like, now you have to stay at the hotel. Like, what? I thought this was a $15 meal. Like, no, get up in that room.
I ordered one coffee. Give me a cheap room.
You're sleeping here now.
All right, anyway, yeah, Grand Austria Hotel. What more can be said about it than my fantastic summarization of the game?
Somebody at a convention is going to have to play this with Chris with the expansion. Because, again, I've heard nothing but good. It's one of those expansions that everyone says makes the game better.
I guess so. Yeah, I really do want to try it. And there's a couple of different modules in there. All of them sound good. Colored dice that give you bonuses when you draft them. Waltzing on the dance floor. I don't actually know what that does, but it's waltzing.
Waltzing on the dance floor. My number 6 is going to be the 3rd edition of a game. And don't come at me that it's not different enough. This is very different.
Wait, I'm trying to think. What game the third edition made a difference? One of the Dracula ones. Fury of Dracula.
That's the one?
I'm trying to think where that mattered to the game, but I remember the difference between second and third is very different.
First and second is very different, to be fair, but I've never played the first one. Second edition is second edition was the first printed by FFG, I think.
And they were at their most fantasy flight at that point. They're like, "Do you want rules?
Yeah, baby, we got you. We got you."
Combat was so complicated.
A lot going on, and then third streamlined what they did in the second, and they changed up combat quite a bit. And again, this is one of those, much like Mission Red Planet, where if you go to BGG, it'll say Fury of Dracula 3rd/4th edition, because somebody printed it again, but changed nothing. I don't know why we're calling that the 4th edition.
Well,
just different company,
technically,
I guess,
you
right?
could always call it a new edition for the new print run, I guess.
Yes, that's wild. It's
Well,
the same.
I think they changed the company, though, so it has to be 4th.
Changed the logo on the box, I guess, yeah.
It looked like other than that, they just hit print.
Yeah. Anyway, The one I've got is the FFG one. It's very good. It's a fun game. It's thematic. It's big. It's bombastic. It's long. Can be drawn out. It is also filled with moments of drama and tension and this sort of feel of going on the hunt for Dracula while he is attempting to gallivanter all over Europe, biting on people, releasing bats, turning into mist. My guy, how do you pull that off?
Yeah, who do you think you are, a Wonder Twin?
And then taking to the oceans, time stops.
That'd be a great backstory for Dracula. He is one of the Wonder Twins, but
Who are
his
the
sister
Wonder
died.
Twins?
His
So
sister
he went
died.
evil.
They were
Who are the Wonder Twins? I don't know the Wonder
One
Twins.
could turn into animals, and the other could turn into
forms of water, I think.
What? That's
I think-
Avatar. You're thinking
I
of
think
Avatar.
foods. No, I don't remember what it was. It was animals and something.
Yeah, it was
Foods.
But he definitely got like the lame half of the Wonder Twin power activate superpower thing.
Uh-huh.
It was on the Super Friends, you know, like the 1960s Superman, Batman, but they
Oh.
weren't allowed to ever like actually punch something.
It wasn't embarrassing at all.
Yeah.
And then you definitely have seen them in the new Justice League movies, right?
Yeah.
Those are characters that, what's his name? Gunn.
James Gunn?
James Gunn. He would do something.
He would do it,
wild with
right.
them.
Yeah, if they're wackadoodle, then he would, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're a Dracula's good stuff, that's my number 6.
All right, my number 6 is a game I did not play till a few years ago, so it didn't show up on my list back then. I also think it was a different, lesser version, and then, was it Studio H who redid it? It's Iki.
Wow,
IKI.
is that old?
Yeah. It came out back then, but I didn't play it till just a bit ago, and I think it's because they made a nicer version of it.
Yeah, this covers like the one from 4 years ago, maybe.
Something like that. And I
Yeah.
was surprised when I played it. I'm like, oh, this is an older game. It's really fun. I'm not a huge fan necessarily of rondels. I find them okay. I really like this rondel because it makes sense. You're walking around a street. You're stopping at stores. You're buying stuff. If you buy stuff from my store, it helps me and helps you.
Okay.
There's a nice back and forth there. Your shops can burn down, but you know what? You could stop that if you really want to. You can get some fire protection. I'll give it to you for a small fee. It's not like that.
Only you would take this game and turn it into a mobster game.
Yakuza.
yeah.
But I love the theming. The new version is beautiful in that it shows you exactly on the board what to do every round, how to move the piece. It's one of the best board player aids I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's a player board and a player aid all in one.
That's cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I really like this. It's just walking around in a circle, buying and selling, and then you're trying to build houses that are worth a lot of points.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Iki.
Nice.
My number 5 is, I'm kind of taking a page out of Zee's playbook of doing a second edition of a game. Not just a second edition, though, an essential edition.
Oh, is that when this came out?
This is Viticulture Essential.
That is way more of a stretch than mine, because that is the same game.
Kind of, yeah.
With like an expansion piece.
Which is why it's not on my
in it.
list.
Is that okay? Yeah, I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
never played the original Viticulture, though, right? This is, and I think if you ask most people who like Viticulture, this is the edition that they first played. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that.
Is this the only version you can buy now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This is it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
so you never played the original, which is fine. Have you played the expansion?
I've never
Tuscany.
played the full Tuscany. I've gotten the Tuscany Essential Edition, which is very confusing.
Oh, that's fine. That's all the
Yeah,
good
they
stuff.
threw
The other
away
stuff's
some of
garbage.
the modules in
I
it.
don't need no cheese expansion or spaghetti.
What did they get rid of? The fruit stuff, the cheese stuff.
Yeah, all that.
Cows.
There were a few that they just like, and they
I just
also
want my
got rid of that.
mamas and papas.
They got rid of that ridiculous. Oh, that's in the essential now. They got rid of the ridiculous like unlocking thing. Remember that trash?
Oh, you're supposed to play the game and be like, oh, I
Like,
can now use
They were
this
like doing like
module I
a
paid
fake
for.
legacy thing.
Oh, yeah,
remember
sure.
that? It was like, get out of here. It's just a bunch of modules.
After 4 games, you may play Module 3. What if I played after 3 games?
You die. Like, what is happening?
You go to open up that little box. It's like the Ark of the Covenant.
It self-destructs. You're like, you opened it too early.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's why this made the list, is because it's really the only edition I know. It's the only one that's like, commercially available. But a great worker placement game. I can't imagine playing without. I mean, truly, like the modules they put in here from the expansion.
What's
make
in
it
this?
an
Mamas and
essential
Papas,
edition.
I know.
Grande Worker wasn't in the very first printing of Viticulture.
It was in it before Central, but yeah.
Yeah, there was like a second print that had it.
Mamas and Papas, they redid some of the cards, and I think you could sell land in this one, I think.
Yeah, you have 3 fields. If you want to sell one of them off, it gets that influx of cash and stuff. All 3 of those things they threw in there, great, right? They make it a better game. So, yeah for me, Viticulture counts.
That's what I've been doing on my house. I've been selling little plots of the land in the back.
Sell pieces of the backyard.
We have no yard anymore, but I'm rich.
Oh,
The great thing is you can buy it back in this game whenever you need it. You can just buy it back, right?
Yeah.
So you can just do that. If you need somebody's plot in the backyard, get out. I need this back.
You know how
Here's your $20 back.
Don't they do that? They say, like, you can buy some land in Scotland so you can be, like, technically a lord.
Yeah, but it's like a square foot.
It is a square foot.
How many square feet of my yard can I sell? Do you want to own some of America?
It's definitely legal.
Oh, my goodness. All right, my number 5 is a game from Matt Leacock called Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds are go. This is based on a show with Muppets from the 50s or something like that. 60s, maybe? Which I had never seen before I played this game, actually. Have seen some of that since then. Softly recommend.
They did do an updated version of it recently.
On Amazon. Amazon, whatever, Amazon Studios or whatever. They did their own show, which I actually liked. I do like that one. I think that's good. It's it's not the creepy Muppets on or puppets or whatever on strings. It's computer animation. But it's good stories. It's interesting stuff.
Did they CG them to look like they're puppets? Or
There's something slightly, there's something slightly off about them.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
It's not creepy or anything. I think it's okay, and they do a good job. And the scenarios in this are really neat. I like the idea that you are this super team going around the world and, in fact, into outer space, as you see there, and solving crises and jumping from one vehicle to another vehicle, zooming around, picking up other people and going with them, loading some of your super special vehicles and taking them to Venezuela because there's an earthquake and you got to be there with this thing over here, and that's cool. This is getting a sort of a reworking in the new animal rescue game that's coming out from Play to Z. It's sort of based on this.
Oh, okay.
Different theme, obviously, and from what I understand, quite reworked. But the bones are based on this game, and so I'm looking forward to that.
So that would count as a 2026 game.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Right? But I do like this theme better than the animal rescue thing. This is just a little more.
No, they were selling a game at Essen.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like out or not. But yeah, they had some there. I like this one. It's really neat. And it's something a little bit different from Matt Leacock. It does not feel like Pandemic, where a lot of his games are kind of Pandemic adjacent. This one doesn't really feel like that.
All right. Remember how we said covers were not yet amazing in 2015? Well, that's the continuation here. Although this game put this company on the map for me. This is Automania.
I like this cover. This is the remade cover, to be fair, but I don't know. This cover gets a lot of hate.
I didn't hate this cover, but it does make it look like almost a kid's game, sort of. Or actually, this looks like a bad app, like a really bad app.
Yeah, but it didn't 10 years ago. Right? Apps didn't look like this, right?
I think that's what it is. Right now, it looks like other stuff.
But I really like Automania. It's a fun game about buying, building, and selling cars, and you can build a car, turn one, and sell it right away.
Yep.
I like that. You're just auctioning to win something in a row or a column, and then you're going to take that and put it on your board and then run that car. Each car runs on a different conveyor belt, and they give you points based on how much the world cares about that thing at this point in time. U.S. might be like, we're all about safety, and Europe is like, don't care one bit. We care about how it handles on the road.
Right.
And you get points for it. Basically, you can sell it in Europe or in America. Europe gives you fame. America gives you cash.
Cold, hard cash.
And it's fun. It's fast. It's 4 rounds. This is a great worker placement game. I really like this one. I'm surprised it's not been reprinted.
I like conveyor belts. And I think that's the most fun part of this game is like, ooh, the little car has a short conveyor belt. The big one go.
The overlap is neat.
Yes.
That they cross in places. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, there's a little bit of that crossing over each other in the Revive game, isn't there?
Oh.
There's a bit of that in the Revive game. Yeah, you're right. Well, same designers.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
This game seems so quaint.
It is very quaint. And actually, I played it
Revive.
maybe like a year ago or so. I played it again, and I forgot, or just, didn't realize how small of a design this is. It's a very small little game. I am surprised it has not been remade, second editioned or something, to be in a more compact box.
Yeah. It also was one of the first games where it was put more workers out to go to the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other games did that, but this one, actually, many workers placement games don't do that. I don't know. I always like that. You have one worker there, I can still go there. Now,
and you get yours back. I also did that.
Right.
Yeah.
But then when there's 3 there, I go, I don't know.
It's not worth 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Automania.
Speaking of clever uses of worker placement, actually, a Viking game from 2015, Raiders of the North Sea. This is...
I said,
That came out in
Okay.
20... Okay, interesting.
This is one... I think the Kickstarter, once again, going by BGG date, right? I think the Kickstarter for this, like a smaller release, happened a few years later. It was much more widely available.
I agree. I think that's probably why it wasn't on my list originally. If it is on it now.
Because I remember in like 2018, this was up for the Kennerspiel against a couple of other big, heavy hitter
Yeah, it kind of
games.
threw us off. We're like, I already played this game. It's already out.
Yeah.
But they're talking about when it comes out in Germany.
Got it.
Yeah, and I think that it saw much, much wider release like 3 years after the fact. But this is a game that just holds up for me so well. That whole idea of place a worker, take the action, recall a worker from a different spot, take that action. It's so fun. It gets through that initial, that like build up, like get some food, get some money, get some cards. It gets through those actions much quicker so that you get to the raiding part, and that's where the fun really is in the game.
Right.
Upgrading those pools of workers and everything. The game that clearly put Garfield games on the map, and they've not fallen off that map since then. So,
Right.
yeah, this one's phenomenal. Love Raiders of the North Sea.
Nice. All right, my number 4 is going to be The Bloody Inn. The Bloody Inn is a little card game in which you are running a hotel. You are welcoming guests. They are, speaking of, checking in and not checking out. Many of them do not leave because you murder and bury their bodies.
Especially later on, the police come and investigate, and you're like, well, might as well just keep going where I've started.
The best is
the police
that
officer.
That does happen sometimes. In this game, you have very limited actions you can take. I think you get like 2 things per round you get to do. One of them being killing someone, and then you have the body though, and it's its own action to bury them. So if there are cops staying in the hotel, you get caught bad timing wise with a body. You're like, well, I guess I'll kill the cop too, or I get caught.
And it just
So you kill them, and then next flop of cards shows up, and there's 2 cops staying that night, and you're like, I do have 2 actions. It can definitely downward spiral on you. Very fun game.
Just
Kooky.
so much work.
Yeah, it's very macabre, but very tongue-in-cheek as well. I think the artwork helps, that it is not gruesome. It is not, it doesn't feel realistic in any way. It's kooky and, yes, macabre, but, in a playful way. So I really enjoy it. Very light kind of card game, but humorous, silly, and really fun. The Bloody Inn is my number 4.
My number 4 is a crossover with Chris. It's the same one, Raiders of the North Sea.
Oh.
Same spot. Yeah. Again, if you ever want to know that how powerful the Spiel des Jahres awards are, this game really was kind of, the company was not that big at this point. Mm-hmm. They were doing okay, and this put this game back on the map. Now, I like this game particularly with its expansions.
Yes.
I don't think it's a perfect game. There's some take that stuff on the bottom of the Vikings that I barely use. It just feels a little dated in the game, but then the expansions add, you can do more actions if you drink. But like Chris said, that whole idea of putting a worker, taking one back is great.
Yeah.
Especially as you moving up the board and get better workers. And then you use one of those really good workers just to see someone else go, that's the action I wanted, and take it up.
Right.
It's a fun like economy of workers. Yeah, so they came out with Raiders of Scythia, which is about as good, but I do like this Viking theme. And this is, I believe, the first game. It was either this or one of the Valeria games that I saw the Mikko's artwork. But I think it was this one. It was the first time I saw his art.
This made a big splash for a lot of reasons, and you're right. Like his style definitely helped. Kind of like you're talking about Weber's and Santiago's art on Bloody End. Like this game could also have been like super serious and everything, and it has a cartoony but cool look to it that really helps that Vikingness come through without being like, I don't know, almost embarrassing to pull out in front of like non-gamers.
Right. It's not childish, but it is also not hyper realistic and off-putting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my number 4. Number 4. Why didn't that? You heard what I said, right? Okay. Anyway, your turn.
Number 3 for me is also kind of an iteration on a very, very popular game series, and this is the first Legacy game that I played, and I'm sure that it's the first that many, many people played. This is Pandemic Legacy, Season 1, and I owned the blue box or the red box.
That's right. I forgot there was 2 boxes. There was 2 boxes for the second one, and the third one they were like, you're just getting one color.
Yeah.
They didn't have 2 for that.
For
2
Zero?
for everything. Yeah.
They had 2 for 0?
I think so.
I don't remember 2 for 0. They just had the kind of the...
It's
Anyway.
the same thing. They did that weird clock thing. Did they not do that for 0?
They finished the circle. They
They
had 2
did.
for 1 and 2 for 0, and it made the... If you had to buy all 4.
You got to get all 4. I remember the confusion, the utter confusion online.
Oh, all the rumors
Of like,
that people
what's
spread?
in red versus what's in blue, and they were like, "Look, it's just 2 different colors. Which one should I buy? You got? It's the
Yeah, but
same."
this is Rob's fault. Because in Risk Legacy, there was a pack of cards underneath the insert,
Right.
and they were different. There was 5 different packs.
But there was no different cover.
Yeah, I know, but
It's
I was
random.
Like, they told me, I asked in
really?
my face, are they the same? They said yes, and I still thought they were just lying straight to my face.
Yeah.
I thought they were different. I was like, somewhere there's something different.
There's
But
a
did not-
lot of that. Yeah.
The BGG internet trolls did not help either, though, because they're like, oh, you don't know what's different between red and blue? Anyway. But no, Pandemic is obviously a phenomenal Matt Leacock cooperative game. Legacy upped the ante quite a lot by giving you those just long-term stakes. When you had an outbreak in a city, putting a sticker on it, it just felt terrible, but also like exciting. It all in the same. They really struck gold with making that Legacy format work with this. Obviously, Rob Divey did great with Risk Legacy, but this is the one that really made the bigger splash. And I still think about the friends that Wendy and I played through this whole campaign with, and like we became better friends by the end of it. We had all these shared stories of like inside jokes and all that stuff. It's amazing what you can do with a good Legacy game.
Yeah.
So, this one, number 3 on the list.
All right, my number 3 is a crossover with Tom, and Chris has not mentioned it, I think. This is Blood Rage is my number 3.
Nah, I figured this would be high on your list.
Yeah.
You're going to go watch the original review.
That's funny. I don't remember
Zee's
that.
tepid response.
Yeah, it could very well be. I don't recall, but no. Blood Rage is very, very good. One thing I do dislike about Blood Rage, and this is through no fault of its own, is the same thing I dislike about Magic the Gathering or any game that becomes a lifestyle game. Is you will run into people who play it nonstop, and suddenly you're playing with them, and you realize how inadequate and inept and dumb you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blood Rage garnered that fervor, and people just ate it up. There were people who only played this. Every weekend, this is what they played. They knew what cards to draft, which ones to counter draft, to counter that guy who was picking this, and they knew these things by name, and I just felt completely out of my depth and again, inadequate. So that definitely fights against the game, you wanting to play that game. That happens for any game. It's not this game's fault. But just don't find yourself in that situation, and then you'll be fine because the gameplay here is superb. The drafting, the combat, the simultaneous reveal, head-to-head fighting feels a little cosmic and countery.
Yeah.
The whole thing, the minis. Oh my gosh, the minis in this were amazing back then. We didn't get this kind of stuff every other week. So you got these cool monsters and epic-looking stuff. It was just great. Blood Rage was a monumental moment in gaming. A lot of these things we're talking about actually were important. I mean, Legacy, Pandemic Legacy, Raiders.
15's a really good year.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite years, I think, in board gaming.
It's very epic stuff happened that year. So anyway, Blood Rage, my number 3.
Well, let's continue on the Viking trend here. My number 3 is the last Viking game on my list, and that is Champions of Midgard. This was number 9 when 2015 came out, but once again, this is kind of a theme on this list, the expansions made it better.
Yeah.
They really, and in this case, they made it so much better. This is one of the few games I will not play without the expansions,
right,
or at least without Valhalla. But I still love the concept of this game. Rolling dice. What did I say?
No, I'm laughing at Adam in the chat. I play games with the Dice Tower folks to avoid the issue of playing with better players.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
I don't think you're wrong.
Adam's off the Tuesday night list.
Yeah,
all right.
Goodbye.
Anyway, well, if you've seen my game last night in SETI, I did not do the Dice Tower proud. I was almost lapped. Anyhow, Champions of Midgard, you rolled, you're drafting dice and then rolling those to fight monsters, and it's just fun. You're fighting a troll. You're going over the seas to fight Fenrir and all these monsters. Yes, there's some luck of the dice, which they really did address in the expansion.
Yeah.
Which makes me like it more, but it's just fun. I just like the concept of this game that covers, like, oh, you're going to be a Viking, and you are. None of these games, I mean, I like this a little better than Raiders because Raiders is more it's more of a thoughtful game, even though you are raiding stuff.
Yeah, there weren't
This
too
one,
many.
you're like, "Ah!"
There weren't too many Viking-themed games before this one. I can think of maybe like Fire and Axe or something.
And
There's
Vikings.
Vikings. There's very few. No, I was gonna say that there's not too many that feel like you're a Viking. Vikings certainly doesn't. It's a Euro game.
Right.
Could have been about anything. Fire and Axe, you kind of felt like a Viking. You did some sort of trading and sailing and what have you. But it was around this time with games like this and Blood Rage that you were like, you're Vikings. You're going to get all those tropey, Hollywoody kind of things. Before this, it was Vikings, but it was a Euro thing. The theme was historic.
And then this kind of turned Vikings into like Zack Snyder's 300 kind of Vikings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like that. Or, well, obviously they weren't Vikings, but yeah. This is
Each turn your dice get bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
And they roll in slow motion. My number 3.
Idiot.
Number 2 for me. Number 2 for me is a game that this is the original version of it. A few years back, it got reprinted with a better theme. This is Mombasa. This is Alexander Pfister's, just in my opinion, his magnum opus.
This came out in 2015.
I guess so. Yeah, according to the BGGs. But yeah, this game about investing in these 4 different companies. No one owns any individual company, and it kind of feels like this area control game out there on the map, but you can invest in any of the 4, but you can also manipulate the state, how much control any one of the 4 has. And I think that's just this great heavy Euro game thing that has great card play and great like worker placement type stuff, but also you're not just looking down, you're looking at the other players as much as you're looking at the board and looking at your hand of cards. And that's why it's like one of my favorite of Alexander Pfister's designs. The reprint that happened a few years ago, I always jokingly call it Moonbasa.
What was it called? The sci-fi
Sky
one.
Mines.
Sky Mines. Yeah.
That's the one.
Sky Moonbasa.
Yeah, that one is what's available now. And one of the improvements on that one has the moon board, which is like a 1-to-1 of this, and also has like a backside, some extra cool features. So it's nice that they retouched it up. But either one of those 2 games I will play in a heartbeat. I think that they're great.
I barely remember. I was looking at the board because I've played this. I haven't played the sci-fi, and I'm looking at the board going, I don't remember anything about this game, even as Chris is saying it. I don't remember anything about this.
I'm trying to guess.
I remember the little books.
Oh, I know your number
Moving
2.
the little books. That's it.
Yes, that's right.
You know my number 2, Tom?
Yeah, I think I do.
You don't know a thing. It's a game 4-2.
Is it a? Oh, I thought that was your number 1.
Nah.
This should be your number 7.
Okay, fair. Tucci.
That joke's
My
not
number
old at
yeah,
all.
No, not at all.
Okay. I considered as I go with the row. I was like, should I make this my number 7? No, it's not on the list.
My number 2 is 7 Wonders Duel.
Which is weird to think that this is now 10 years old.
10 years old,
A
okay?
riff on an immensely popular game is
Yeah.
now an old game.
Oh, it eclipsed the original game.
I don't know if it eclipsed the original game. I think the original was sort of like, one of those unstoppable juggernauts. It won every award ever. You know, if you see some of those printings of Seven Wonders, the back is like just covered in logos from different
They
associations.
definitely brag about that.
It's so funny to me. Yeah, it's like NASCAR, yeah. But yeah, Seven Wonders Duel is fantastic. It took Seven Wonders and really adapted it in an incredible way for 2 players, where it manages to have the same feeling of having limited abilities to draft, of managing your money, which is always tight, of gathering resources early in the game, enough that you don't starve out by the 3rd epoch, but not so many that you should have done other things with your time, you know. The reveal in this one, specifically that feeling of, if I take a card, I'm revealing something to you, my opponent, before I have a shot at it. It's so good. It's fun. It's engaging. Moves along really quickly. And just it's a fantastic 2-player game. It's like, you know, at this point, an evergreen kind of 2-player game. To the point that I think somebody should remake it, throw a little Lord of the Rings in it.
That'll
my
never
opinion.
work.
That'd be nice, but I don't get it. How would it work?
I don't know.
All right.
Gollum versus Smeagol.
The bridge. Lord of the Rings, the bridge.
The bridge is, no, it's too soon to mention the bridge.
Okay. My number 2 is the game I think I like this game the most of anyone in the world. I play it at conventions with people all the time because it looks and sounds so boring, but it is a fantastic game.
What is this?
It lost to its sibling. What was the sibling everyone liked better? What was that bingo game that Haba made? Who cares about the game that beat it out?
Karuba?
Yeah, Karuba. But the better game of that group of games was Adventureland.
Oh,
Yes,
Adventureland.
I love Adventureland. Look how exciting that cover is.
Dun, dun,
Look
dun,
at that board. Look at the pieces.
Look at the grid.
Oh,
You can't even see the grid. That's the funny part, which I guess is nice that it's well hidden.
I think I play this at every convention.
Really?
At least once to teach people it because I know they haven't played it. I know
That's
they haven't
fair.
accidentally pulled it off the shelf.
That's fair.
Good point.
And I have a pretty good track record of people going, this is pretty fun. And I'm still waiting for someone to reprint this, just like trying a little bit to sell it.
Put forward it's a Kramer and Kiesling
I
design.
know.
Right.
Call it like Adventure Time or something.
Yeah,
Change it up.
this is such a fun game. I love Adventureland. It's 2 to 4. You're turning over cards, putting out pieces on tiles, and then you can move as far as you want. And there's actually like 3 different games in the box, or at least 3 different scoring methods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which makes it play differently. And if you buy the expansion, there's 3 more. One of them even turns into a co-op game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I taught this to Joey at World Series of Board Gaming because, yeah, he had me play this game on the flight out called Down and Right, something like that.
Down and right, yeah.
You can only move your little adventure in this dungeon down or to the right. And I was like, hey, there's a board game like this. Tom would be very happy if you played it. And then
I
Joey
am happy.
And then Joey hated it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, he liked it.
Okay. I would have believed that.
But that's really all it is. You move your adventures down or to the right. And then you just all the stuff that you do along the journey. It's the friends that you made along the way.
It's kind of like the ratchet mechanism, isn't it? But on
Sort
two
of, right?
2 axes.
2 axes.
Yeah.
It's a 360-degree ratchet.
Ooh.
My
Hyper
number 2.
ratchet.
Hang on, I know Z's number 1. I'm trying to find Chris's.
You'll never guess it, Copper. Why don't you go
Well,
knock
you
on
already
doors of the
said
bloody
Voyages of
end?
Marco Polo because
Let
I
me
would have
see.
guessed.
I'm going to guess
that.
this one right here.
I don't think it's a reprint.
It's
Is it a Euro game?
yes, but it's not
wait.
like a dry Euro.
It's not a dry Euro? Then
It's not,
that's out.
It's not the dumb one I was gonna. That everyone knows.
Is
I'm
it
not putting on my
is
list.
it mostly a card game?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
think
roll
I
for
know.
the guy?
I think I know what it
What
is.
It has a board, but it's mostly cards. It's kind of a reworking of an
Oh.
older game.
Then no, it's not what I'm
This,
thinking.
it's one of those games that, like, you know who is the only other person that champions this game as much as me is Trey Lennox at all of our conventions. This is Broom Service.
Oh, Room Service came out
Oh,
this
yeah,
year.
sorry,
Okay.
I didn't realize. This one I actually would think. Wait, that came out 20 years ago. It just feels like an older game.
I mean, it's funny because it's Vincent Dutray who does the art, but I don't think it's his finest work. Like that board, unfortunately, some of the towers that you
It
deliver
really
to,
bothered me so much. That's
They-
one of the main reasons I got rid of this game.
they're kind of mushy. They're like, is this tower in this region or not? It's
They're
not.
like, oh, it's in both. Can't you see where the base is? I'm like, or like sometimes the tower, the base is in one, but the peak of the tower is in the next one over.
Yeah.
You're like, which one is it in? Check the base, and then it's like,
What is this a sequel to?
Witch's Brew.
That's the older one.
have you played that? Yeah, because that's why sequels come after.
No, but I mean that one's like 20. No, that one's like
15.
It's
a few
much
years older.
older
Than
than
It's a
Broom
few years
Service,
older
yeah.
than this. Have you played that?
I have. I finally played it this last year, actually.
Did you like that? Because I really dislike that one. This one's better.
I thought it was okay.
They're very similar. I mean, they
No,
kind of
you
take
can get screwed over in the first one much more.
You have to lead with the risky.
You do.
always have to do
That's
risky.
true. I forgot that. You cannot take the easy way out early. Like if you're first,
Yeah.
you have to go all in. Okay.
That's the thing I love about it. This is sort of a pick up and deliver game, but you play a card out, you play a role, and you say whether you're going to be brave, like to the risky but better version of it, or like a guaranteed but weak version of it.
Right.
And only one person, only the last person who says brave gets to do it. And it follows almost like a trick taking kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
play this, I play the Green Gatherer. And then in clockwise order, if everyone has it, they have to play it out and choose brave or cowardly, strong or weak. And that's such a great hook that I would love to see copied straight up in more games. It's a great mechanism.
Or even just Alexander Pfister hasn't ever used it again.
Yeah.
You know, he's never done anything with it. So
Hasn't gone back to this well. I think it's a phenomenal game. If you like laughing, if you like player interaction, yes, there's a board and you're moving around and stuff, but it's in service of you looking at the other players in the eye and just being suspicious. Can I play this card brave? Right now, this is crucial that I could, but boy, is it risky. And like the high highs and the letdowns when someone else steals it from you and everyone at the table laughs. This has some of the best moments for a game that looks like that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, this is one I'd love to see refreshed a little
It's
bit.
kind of like your
or-
Adventureland, except
It
more
is.
people have played Broom Service. All right.
Mostly just because of me, I think.
my number one is
The same as my number
the
one,
same as
probably.
yours. Pandemic Legacy Season
That
1.
is correct. Just
Yeah.
show my icon.
Stone cold classic.
It really is.
It's
Like I
a
look back at this, I forget a lot of game sessions I have, but I really remember these.
Right.
I'll never forget September.
It's a showstopper. This game was it was revolutionary in this industry. It really was. I mean, you know,
Right.
Risk Legacy came before it, and yes, it did something very clever and interesting and new. And this is just Risk. I mean, just Pandemic, by the way. So don't worry if you haven't played.
Oh, you're right.
This is just regular Pandemic. But but the thing about this one is it really shook up. Like people were talking of this game in hushed whispers. It was that kind of game. There's few games like that everybody goes, have you played Dominion? You know, have you played Wingspan? I suppose is maybe the more recent one, but this was one of those. Just unbelievable. They can do this in a board game. This is reserved for like Hollywood films and video games. It's wild. Just amazing.
I agree. It was such a fun thing to go through. And I might like another one better. I think I like 0 the best. Mm-hmm. And 2 was its own thing. And I played so many Legacy games since, and some are better. But this one was just, and it wasn't even the first because
Right.
Risk was there, but this was cohesive. It had a story.
Right. Risk was
Yeah.
the blueprint, but this knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it was very, very exciting. Yeah, so definitely you want to check that out if you've never played
Oh
it.
man, if you've to be you again who's never played a legacy game, honestly,
It would
if
be.
I could wipe that memory out, I would.
It's kind of like going back and being able to watch like Terminator 2 for the first time or something like that. It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those like moments. Arnold's the good. If you haven't watched Terminator 2, just earmuffs really quick.
You're allowed to spoil a 30-year-old
Arnold's the
movie.
good guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's a fantastic kind of it's a trope, sure, right? Oh, a bad guy from the first, good guy in the second. This game lives off of tropes, but it just executes them so well that when you say September, and I remember what that was, and I go, oh yeah, that got me too. Mm-hmm. So good.
All right, we're going to, for our Patreon backers, talk about a few games that did make the list. But I do want to, before we end this video, talk about one game that was my number 2 in 2015 and fell off
Okay.
the list completely.
I think it's
Okay.
been
And
said
I'm pretty
a
sure
lot
it
in the
was on
chat.
your top 10 list, too, at the time.
Okay.
And this is Time Stories.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This one didn't even make my top. Didn't even make what I considered, unfortunately.
I wrote
dropped
it down. I wrote it down because I put myself in that headspace of like, well, in 2015, I did not check my previous list. In 2015, this would have been, I think, my number 2. It would have been Pandemic Legacy Season 1, Time Stories, Seven Wonders Duel. Because I remember after we played this game, I immediately went to BGG and rated it a 10. I was like, no hesitation. I'm like, this game is perfect. And maybe it is out of that box, but then they decided to come out with expansions and continue it, and they decided to tease us that there was a story. Shame on you for ever teasing us that there was more.
I'm still mad about that. Like, come on. I'm madder about that than almost any TV show that didn't finish properly.
Yeah.
I remember. You want to talk about like kind of that hushed whispers type game. I mean, Time Stories,
Yes.
for as much guff as we give it because of just talking about flopping the landing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember walking into a game store and just seeing one of those like circular displays of this pristine white box. It looked like an Apple product. And I was like, what is this? And the store clerk just kind of being like, it's unlike anything. You know what I mean? It was that thing that people had a hard time describing what made that game so good. And it was in a lot of ways.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a very important game because I think it not just kind of helped this divergent storytelling, but also introduced the escape room genre as
Right.
board games.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I would
Absolutely.
still recommend it to someone if you never have played escape room type games or whatever, ideally. But even if you've just never played Time Stories, play it and pretend it's the pilot to a show that never got picked up.
Right.
Pretend
and then you'll like it.
Pretend there is nothing else, and you will probably like
Or
it.
if you really do, email us and we'll tell you a couple more missions to play.
Yeah.
Again, as long as you realize.
There's a couple that are good, and then but they fairly consistently got worse. And the end was, like you said, big old flop.
All right, we'll have more games to talk about. We'll talk about them on Patreon. But thank you all for watching. This is it for our live stuff for this week, but there are many more reviews coming up over the next few days and over the weekend, and we'll be back next week. Thanksgiving draws nigh. The Christmas Spectacular draws nigh. But next week, you're going to want to show up because the 12 games of Christmas.
Right.
What should you buy? We're going to give you 120 different games over 10 lists. So come back for that. But until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Zee Garcia.
And I'm Chris Yee.
And we're 10 years older.
Not one.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our channel. We have a lot of videos on our channel. We have live videos that go up each week, from live Q&As to videos where we take a look at the newest stuff on Kickstarter, crowd surfing, to top 10 lists and more. There's lots of stuff on this channel. We encourage you to explore it. You can find out more at our website, dicetower.com. I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower.